Hey, I'm live. Who's up with me? I know it's late, but I know I got some viewers out there that are still up. So I'm gonna wait until the chat room fills up a little bit before I get into some announcements, some updates. But this is definitely not going to be a live stream. This it is a live stream. This is definitely not going to be a long live stream because I'm extremely busy right now, which is one of the reasons why I decided to do this live stream real quick. But the main reason is I wanted to connect with my peeps because it's been a while. But there's a reason why it's been a while. Hey Maldives, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. So yeah, I wanted to connect with y'all real quick because I was missing the action on YouTube. And that's why I'm going to be making some changes this month. So as you come in, can you get the likes up? Because the more likes I get, the more it will show up on the suggested video thing, I think. So that's all good. But yeah, I'm just going to, hey Marquise, how you doing? Hey Contemplated Key, thanks for joining me. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody's enjoying this Taurus season so far. Hey Bobby, how you doing? Glad you're joining me. So I'm gonna just wait for the room to fill up. So how's Taurus season been treating y'all? Hey Murder, how you doing? So you working the night shift? Well, I'm glad that you're joining me anyway. Hopefully I'll make the night shift go by fast for you. Thank you, Maldives. Hopefully the night shift will go by fast. But like I said, I'm not gonna be live long. I even have my daughter as like a alarm for me. So I was like, if I'm still live after 2 hours, come in here and shut it down. I don't care if you got to kick me. I don't care if you got to turn off this video, but please help me out because you know me, I can just talk my ass off and I could go for hours. Hey, Cherry Love, how you doing? Hey, Lucky, thanks for joining me. But yeah, so it's been a while Taurus season so far for me. Um, first couple of weeks of Taurus season has been pretty dynamic. I'll say that. Hey Tyreek, how you doing? I know this video is grainy, but I gotta work with my lighting because I'm using my laptop camera, and sometimes the video is not that great because of the lighting. Like you really got to get this lighting right with this damn laptop. But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna be live long anyway. Why do you hate Taurus season, Tyreek? Don't you hate Leos too? I think there's another sign that you hate, but why do you hate Taurus season in particular? What is it about it? Taurus season, it's about getting that money, but it can also be where you're starting to appreciate nature more. Hey, Gabrielle, how you doing? You could be appreciating nature more. Taurus season, you're spending more time outdoors, doing more things outdoors. You might be working in your garden, all that. Hey, Mrs. Enlightened One. So yeah. Matter of fact, I was supposed to play my theme music when I first came on. Now this is royalty free, copyright free strike music. So if they give me a copyright strike for this, y'all might even be familiar with this dude's beats. But this is a nice producer. His name is Beats by Nev. So if you're looking for any type of music to accompany your videos or your intro or whatever, go to Beats by Nev. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna write it. But he makes some sick ass beats. Huh. The music by. So check him out if you want some music where you don't have to worry about getting a copyright strike. He just asked that you credit him, which I just did. But I'm thinking about writing some bars to this. I don't know if y'all know, but I used to rap back in the day. I do got Mars and Gemini, so I can spit a little bit. So Cherry Love says, I love this Taurus season. Got 2 job offers in one day. Yay. All right. Congratulations. Are you having a hard time choosing which one, Cherry? Maldives baby said, new business. My art coming along lovely. I'm feeling good. My new business is centered around nature, natural stuff. That's very Taurus. Capricorn with midheaven and Taurus. There you go. Go ahead, Maldives baby. That's what's up. So people are doing some good things this Taurus season. Contemplating Key said, I'm motivated to grind more. Me too. Which is one of the purposes of this video, actually. Because I've been on my grind lately, but I want to be more efficient. I want to work smarter rather than work harder. Right now, I'm working hard. So I'm trying to work smarter instead of harder. But let me see how many people. We got 18 people in here, 9 likes. Can y'all get the likes up? Then I'll get into the conversation of the moment. But are there any hot topics that y'all want to discuss real quick? Any hot topics? I got some tea. I got some of my own personal tea that I'm gonna share with y'all too. Because you know me, I keep it real. So if I could provide some guidance and insight using myself as an example, oh yeah, Aisha Curry, let's get into her. What is her sign? I don't even know her chart. As a matter of fact, I got my phone. Damn, it's all the way over there. But you know, I'm gonna let other people do the work for me. So somebody, you know, find out her birth date so we could get into her chart. The Met Gala 2019 theme. What about with Tiffany Haddish? So she's March 23rd, Aries. No wonder why she wants attention from men with that March 23rd. Met Gala. How about Tiffany Haddish showing up with the fried chicken? Hey, Beyond 27, how you doing? Hey, Siobhan. But yeah, what about Tiffany Haddish showing up with that with chicken? I didn't see the actual image of her with the chicken. Hey, Kid from Virgo, how you doing? Hey, Velvet Rose. I didn't actually see the image of her with the chicken. What was it? Was it Popeyes, KFC, Canes? Does anybody have a Canes in their state? Canes is pretty good. They sell nothing but chicken fingers. Did she have like Chick-fil-A? Like what kind of chicken did she have? Gift from Virgo said probably homemade. So Maldives baby said Aisha Curry was born March 23rd, 1989. Let me pull that real quick. March 23rd, 1989. Where was she born? March 23 is a blessed number, so it makes sense that she married up. March 23rd, 1989. She's young. All right, let's see. Where was she born though? Oh, you got a Canes in Houston. You like Canes Gift from Virgo? She made the chicken herself. Oh. Hey, Savvy Saver. You're asking me, can I can you show your cookie? Well, I didn't make cookies tonight. So she made the chicken herself. Did the chicken look good? Did anybody get a look at this chicken? Yes, Cane's is pretty damn good. What other chicken places are there? I know in the hood they got those chicken places like Crown Fried Chicken, Kennedy Fried Chicken. Who's familiar with those hood chicken places that are run by the Arabs? Does anybody buy chicken from them? I used to stay away from those places, but I know some of y'all from the hood know about them ghetto ass chicken places like Crown Fried Chicken, Kennedy Fried Chicken. What's the other one they got? Tyreek said we got them all up in New York. Yeah, see, I'm from the East Coast too. Like that shit is popular on the East Coast. Them ghetto ass fried chicken places, and it'd be nothing but Arabs working up in there, and then they'd be selling the halal stuff too. Jimbo's Hamburgers, they sell chicken. Bobby Morgan said Kennedy Fried Chicken in Plainfield, New Jersey. You know what I'm talking about. Lucky said, of course, we had chicken spots on every corner at ATL. Maldives Baby said Kennedy Fried Chicken in the Bronx. Hell yeah. Gift from Virgo said, I stick with Popeyes. Tariq said, hey, it's good food for cheap. Contemplated Key said, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. We have Kim's and B&M Black owned. Okay, hey Cameron, how you doing? I'm glad you joined me. Like I was telling everybody else, I'm not gonna be live. Why do I keep saying live? I'm not gonna be long tonight on this live stream, but I really came on to just give some announcements and just to catch up with everybody. Hey, Marquise, where are you originally from on the East Coast? I'm from Detroit. I was born and raised in New Jersey, and then I lived in Philly for 6 years. Pharaoh Speaks is going off on Paris Milan. Oh, I didn't know that. Did he just post that video? I gotta check it out. Cause I rock with Pharaoh Speaks. I like him. Lucky said, "Be right back." All right, Lucky, you gotta get your blunt. You gotta get your what you gotta get. It's all good. I'll still be here. So Lucky said, yes, Pharaoh went off on Paris Milan because she had his video flag. What? What? I wonder why, because his videos aren't really inflammatory. He must have said something about her or something. I gotta check this out. I wonder what video this was. So Ayesha Curry was born in Toronto, Canada. Oh shit! I gotta check this out before that video gets taken down. All right, let me put in Toronto, Canada. What? I can't even talk tonight. Toronto, Canada. Of course, we probably don't know her birth time, do we? But I can still see quite a bit. And then just the fact that she's an Aries alone is, why she's like starving for attention from other men. Like, really. All right. And she got Sun conjoined to Venus. That means that she's very much about her marriage, very much about her husband. But that also points to, don't she have like a cooking career? Isn't she like a chef or something? Don't she do like cooking shows? Because her delusional ass said he used her picture. Okay. Maybe Astro Thing has it. Yeah, I don't got time to be going on Astro Thing right now, especially for someone like Aisha Curry. So she does have cookware. Okay. That Sun conjoined to Venus points to, her making that money, getting that money too. Let me see what else she got. Saturn conjoined to Neptune and Capricorn. Her moon is in Libra. So she's very, very relationship oriented. Let me see what else she got. She got Mars and Gemini conjoined to Jupiter. That would be representing is it Stefan or Stephen Curry? Which one is it? You never know with the way that name is spelled. But that deals with him being the basketball player, but also Mars conjoined to Jupiter and Gemini. That's him traveling all over. And that could deal with she with him, but he's kind of free spirited still. So he could be cheating. And maybe that's the real underlying problem, but she don't want to mention it. That Mars and Jupiter is square her Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node. So she's definitely dealing with some issues with secrecy involving Stephen Curry or Stephon Curry. I don't watch basketball anymore, so I don't know. So he's a Pisces. Okay. Now Tyreek said the flakiness is real. Yeah, she got an Aries Sun, Libra Moon. Oh, Lucky said I have never seen Pharaoh that heated. He held back though. Oh, damn. Yeah, because I'm like, Pharaoh is a good guy. Like, he really don't be causing no problems with people. Gift from Virgo said you could tell she's lacking that attention from her own husband. Yeah, with Mars conjoined to Jupiter and Gemini representing a man that she's with, and again, because he's always traveling, he's always on the road. So she can't expect too much out of that marriage. Her moon is squared by Saturn and Neptune. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She got problems in her marriage. And it's not just about these women being all up in his face. It looks like he's actually dipping his sausage into the gravy or whatever. Pisces and Aries relationship, that's a challenging one. Is she jealous of his fame? That's a good question. Let me go back to her chart. She definitely wants to be an important person in her own right, just off of the fact that she's an Aries alone. But that Sun conjoined to Venus can make her very cooperative of a partner. But is she jealous? That's the question. Hmm. She got Sun square Uranus. That could deal with a husband that is not faithful. He's not loyal. So yeah, just because that Stephen Curry looks like a good guy, he does have that good guy look, don't he? And I don't even think he's like really anything to really look at or write home about, but he definitely got the money and he's not a bad looking dude. So yeah, he's attracting all these women. And let's be real, people are human. Even if he wants to do the right thing, like how I saw the clip of the red table with Jada Pinkett, and Jada made a good point. She was like, she had to put herself in Will Smith's shoes and think about, like, from a man's perspective, all these different women coming at him. And she was like, boy, I think it would be hard for me to resist too. Like, the temptation is real. Yeah, he does look like a little boy. Gift from Virgo said, Pisces men are some of the most untrustworthy of all. Gabrielle Jackson said, he's not that fine though. He sure isn't. He looks like a little, and that mustache look like look like it's just chocolate milk on his lip. He got that weak ass mustache. I'm like, dude, just shave it off. If you can't grow a full blown mustache, oh, he's not alpha at all. If you can't grow a full blown mustache, just go bare. Just go bare lip, because that just looks nasty. Look like he been giving somebody a rim job, tossing salad all night and shit with that dirty ass top lip he got. Don't get me started. All right, Cameron said, Rob, what's the most challenging, nasty synastry aspect you've seen? Oh, there are some nasty ones. A lot of the ones involving Chiron, like Chiron squaring another person's sun, Chiron squaring another person's moon. Uranus too could do some dirty shit, like basically come with the whole surprise shit, like they just spring sun on you or they just leave you high and dry. They could just leave you high and dry, like especially if Uranus is squaring the moon. But also conjunctions. There's certain conjunctions that could be nasty, like Pluto on someone's sun, Pluto on someone's moon, because that can create a severe imbalance in terms of relationships where the one that has the Pluto has all the power. Carlene said, remember, she is a Pisces Aries cusp, not a full-blooded Aries, and also Virgos are sex addicts. So with that North Node in Pisces, she definitely has to be more understanding and more compassionate in this lifetime, understanding, even charitable even with her man. Like basically saying, I know like he might be doing this or whatever like that. I'm just going to have to look the other way because I am benefiting in some way, shape, or form. Gift from Virgo said, not true. I could definitely go without sex. Velvet Rose says, share the penis. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And with that Sun square Uranus in her chart representing her husband, again, that's a husband that, he may not be totally loyal. He may not be monogamous, all that type of stuff. But he looks like he's the type that he's not going to be smashing all the groupies. It might be one chick in particular that he ends up like really falling hard for, or, ends up, dating while he's with Aisha. Yes, I said it, Velvet Rose. Ripped off. Why can't I talk tonight? This just shows you that I'm not I wasn't really prepared to like really go in. But yeah, he got that nasty looking milk stash. Know who else had that nasty looking milk stash and like the nasty facial hair? Remember Nick Lachey? Nick and Jessica Simpson? I couldn't stand his facial hair. It just looked nasty. So yeah, if you got that sparse shit, you just shave it all off and go barefaced. Yeah, that Stephen Curry looks too youthful for my taste. Like I can't even look at him in a sexual way. Like, and that's probably why he keep her pregnant. How many kids she got? That chick who was in the audience in that one picture giving Curry the eye. His wife definitely felt somewhere. I know, because that chick was pretty as hell. She was hot. She was that type of chick that, a lot of guys would, really consider cheating on their wives with. She had the whole package. Like she was that polished, gold digging, classic. I'm gonna get this man at the basketball game, dude. I mean, chick. But let me tell y'all something. I got a little story too. I got stories, y'all. But this story is real short, but it just lets you know, okay, because your girl Rabina had it going on a little bit back in the day, right? So I'll just tell you, before Shaq got married to Shawnee, I could have pulled Shaq. And the reason why I tell you that is because I went to a basketball game back in the 90s. It was Orlando Magic versus the Philadelphia 76ers, right? So this was actually a birthday gift. Survivor Rabina Lucky Stop. This was actually a birthday gift for my boyfriend at the time. I was in college. So he loved basketball, and being from our area, he loved the Sixers. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna get him floor seats. Now there's a catch to this, and this is kind of surviving for me. So I was like, I'm gonna get him floor seats because that's how I do. I'm a Sagittarius. I go all out for my man when it's that time. Hey, Ethereal, how you doing? Um, floor. So I got floor seats. We were right underneath the basket. We were so close to the Orlando side, the Orlando bench, that it was like we could almost touch the players. Now, there was a twofold reason why I got those floor seats, though. So yes, it was for my boyfriend's birthday, but I had a serious crush on Penny Hardaway back in the day. Like I wanted to meet Penny Hardaway, so I was like, I'm getting and I was into basketball back then, so I was like, I'm getting the floor seats so I could see Penny Hardaway, so I could see him all up close and everything like that. So that was a real treat. But then there was one part of the game where I look over and Shaq is sitting in the he's sitting on the bench, and he's looking dead at, like, he kept looking at me all night. Like every time he was on the bench, he was staring at me. And then one time he mouthed to me. He was like, "Hi, how you doing?" So that let me know right at that moment, if I was the gold digger type, oh hell yeah, I could have pulled Shaq. My life would have been different. I would have been a rich divorcee millionaire bitch, like for real. So when I tell you that, yeah, I could have had a certain type of life because I was around some of that stuff. I was in touch with some people in the industry and stuff like that, and sports and all that stuff. So hell yeah. But yeah, that was just my little story involving Shaq. Yes, wasn't Pity the shit back in the day? Oh, Shawnee's a Sag. I'm done. I did not know that. Matter of fact, I did know that. So Shaq must have a thing for Sages. A lot of Pisces men do, because they're a little gluttons for, they could be gluttons for punishment, just like Capricorn. But yeah, but I would have ate Shaq alive though. First of all, if we would have got married, I would have got why divorced? Because Shaq, there's no way that me and Shaq would work out because I'm too much of a dominant female for him. I'm an alpha female, as a lot of y'all can probably see. So first of all, me and a Pisces, it's not really going to work out long term. Because I dated a Pisces man before, and it was like, I told y'all that story the last time I went live, how I ditched him and he was just waiting for me because he was picking me up from work, but I decided to go out with my girlfriends instead. Yeah. So it's like, it's too easy for a Sagittarius to run a Pisces man, to get over on him, all that. And that's not fun for me. I don't want to deal with a man that I can run. I like a man that's going to give me a challenge. I like a man that's going to put me in my place every now and then, because I could be like a Spitfire and I got some shit with me. So I need a man that's going to be strong, and that if I tell him something, he's not going, cower in fear, or he's not going to like walk away with his tail between his legs. I need a guy sometimes to tell me to shut the fuck up. Like for real, in a respectful way, but sometimes, hey, because I got a mouth on me. And you know what? If it's the right man, I will shut up. Maybe for 5 minutes. Just to let him get his word in. I'll be like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'll shut up. Especially if that dick is good and I'm at risk of losing it. I'm like, huh. I was like, okay. Wait a minute, who's Tina? Tina is a Sag too. Me too. Contemplated Key said, me too, Scorpio. I don't like men I can run. I usually go for Aries for some reason. Get from Virgo said, LMA, FM, LMFAO. Velvet Rose said, facts. Cherry Love. Bobby said, at risk of losing it. Good dick, LO. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to throw away some good dick, especially nowadays when good dick is in short supply, especially when you get around my age and you can't be choosy anymore. Well, I mean, I can still be a little choosy, but when you get to be my age, the pickings get a little slim, because it's like, okay, am I going to date younger, or am I going to date older? Or my age? If I'm dating dudes my age, a lot of dudes that are my age, they act old, like they act older than me, and I'm like, I don't got time for that. And they already starting to break down. You want to talk? They be talking about women hitting the wall. Isn't that amazing? They be talking about women hitting the wall like at 35, 40 and stuff. These men be hitting the wall something crazy. They be crashing and burning once they hit 40 or 45 and all that stuff. So it's just so funny how these men be so quick to talk about women hitting the wall. I see more men hitting the wall than women. Yeah, they be acting old and tired and funky with their attitudes. They be getting all set in their ways. I'm just like, yo, save the drama for your mama. Wait a minute, hold up. Carlene said, never deal with a Virgo man. Leos, Gemini, Sagittarius would commit, eventually introspect. They have a conscious view about sex. Then a Virgo man who fuck prostitutes. Hugh Grant is a Virgo. Yeah, we know he had that problem with prostitutes, namely with that black prostitute, Divine Brown. Velvet Rose said, I like younger. The older men be looking a mess. Yes, they do. Gift from Virgo said, oh, no, ma'am. And sex be terrible, right? They be getting all tired. Back be all thrown out. I'm like, I was like, correct yourself. But I agree with you. Men our age are old fogies, right? I don't got time for that. Some of them can't even get it up anymore past the age of 40. They got to be taking Viagra. I told you I can't talk tonight for some reason. These throwback cat daddies, TBT, right? Wait a minute, what's the TBT? I said throwback. She said broke. Now that's really sad. If you got a man that's like 45 and he's broke, nah, man. Cause I'm like, they get the gout right at 40. She said the gout. Cherry Love said, I'm getting scared now. Carlene said, best sexual partner has been a Saggy, Capricorn, Pisces men. Gift from Virgo said, these young dudes, dicks be huge. Girl, oh my God, that reminds me. Look, my oldest daughter, she's 25, but when she was like 20, 21, I'll never forget. She showed me some pics of this one dude. I never seen some dude so hung. He was hung like an elephant. It scared the mess out of me. I was like, that's what these young boys are working with now? Like, it wasn't even nothing that I want. Like, it wasn't even cute. It was like grotesque. It was huge. And my daughter was like, yeah, mom, that's what they working with. I was like, God damn. Yes, he was skinny. It always be them skinny ones. He was skinny. He was nothing but dick, man. He was all dick. And I was like, damn, that's how these young boys. I'm like, what they putting in the water now? What are they putting in the Similac nowadays? But you know, it is all about evolution. It beat them slim dudes because it's like they got to have something to bring to the table. So they be bringing pounds of dick. I mean, just pounds. Right? I don't want my uterus all messed up either. Maldives. Siobhan says, sounds like my ex from 99. She went back to 99. God damn. Contemplating Keith said, I like slim men with big dick. YouTube cracks me up about hiding these comments just because he got the word dick in it with all that crazy stuff that be on YouTube nowadays. Lucky said, you should have seen my Tumblr. I did see some of your Tumblr because I remember I used to follow you. Oh, yeah. Siobhan said, I want mine messed up. I know, Siobhan, you just want to be annihilated. You want a dude to come in there and just destroy you. Cherry Love said, was he Jamaican? I don't know. Who has been your best sex partner ever? Definitely this Virgo dude, hands down. He was a magician in the bed and a total loser outside of bed. But he was the best, hands down, that I ever had. Ever. Hey, from Russia. I can't pronounce your name, but welcome. How do you pronounce that? I can't even begin to read Russian. Russian, seeing that shit actually scares me. I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, Maldives said, they have to wear like 3 donuts. No, thank you. That's too much disrespect to the pussy, Lucky said. I know, I like mine to be treated with kid gloves. Like, you don't gotta like be too gentle with it, but damn, I'm not trying to have no hysterectomy. Well, that Virgo changed my life sexually. He really did. But he changed my life in other ways too. But on a positive note, like he opened my eyes to some beautiful shit, I'll say. But even that got old after a while because he was a sex addict and he just wanted to have sex all the time. Even when he hated my guts, he wanted to have sex with me. And that gets old after a while. Like sex is supposed to be something that you look forward to, in my opinion, not something that you're dreading, not something that you is so routine. Like every morning without fail, this fool, I will wake up with him on top of me. Literally every morning, every goddamn morning. Like it was that freaking bad. And it's like you get sick of that shit after a while. Like there would be times where I wanted to sleep in because I didn't have to work. And here he go on top of me, waking me up every goddamn morning. Why? Because that was the only thing he had going for him in his life. And that was pretty sad because he grew up an orphan in foster homes, all that stuff. His mom wasn't shit. Daddy wasn't shit. Nobody really loved him. He really didn't have, a career path carved out. He really didn't have any ambitions, nothing. So the only thing he had going for him, only thing was that dick, and the only thing going for him in his life was sex. That was the only thing, which is really sad. Yeah. But it's hard to feel sorry for people like him, especially Virgos, because they can be so nasty with their attitudes and their disposition. Oh yeah, you haven't even heard the half of it about how he told me because I went and visited his mom. Did I tell y'all this story? I think I did. I went to visit his mom and she had roaches all in the house. He had a sister that could barely talk, like she was real special. And the mom was showing me pictures of like when he was younger, and she showed me a picture of her boyfriend that she had back then, the dude that was molesting him. And she even brought up, she was like, "Oh, remember him? Oh yeah, he was the one who used to take you to the store a lot and buy you candy and stuff." And then after we left the mom's house, he's going to tell me, "Yeah, that's the dude that used to molest me every day, all the time." Oh yeah. So he had it bad, but at the same time, see, I'm thinking that all this dude needed was, a good woman that was going to have his back, that was going to love. I'm thinking all he needed was some love and a decent job, all that. No, you can't fix dudes like that. You can't fix anybody like that. It's just not going to happen. It's not possible. So, like I always tell women, and I've learned this from experience. Yeah, he needed a shrink. I learned this from experience that as women, we're not meant to pull men up. And I said this during another live stream, I think last year. As women, we're not designed to pull men up. We're not designed to fix broken men. Before we could pull a man up, he's going to pull us down. And I learned that the hard way. So, our hearts could be there. We could feel sorry for them. We could have all this sympathy and empathy. But at the end of the day, they're not for us. If we're the type of people that are trying to be productive, if we're trying to grow, if we're trying to evolve, those type of people are not for us. And this goes for men too. Men, you can't fix a broken woman. A lot of you men out there, y'all might attract some women that are broken. Might have, you might have had a woman that, she was molested from age 3 to 10 and she got these issues that she never dealt with. And you're thinking that all she needs is a good man. But then you're realizing that, you know what, the issues are beyond you, that you can't fix it. You can't help this person. So we need to just learn that we can't really fix people. Even when it comes to people being therapists and psychologists, they'll tell you that, it's very hard to counsel certain people, especially people that got narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. These people are very hard to heal. I mean, basically, the healing has to come from within. Like they gotta want to be healed. So yeah, it's sad. Hey, Katrina, how you doing? Who else we got up in here? It's sad, but our sympathy has to end at a distance. We can't, if we're going to be productive, if we need to grow, we can't really align ourselves with broken people because they're going to make us broken before we can fix them. It is like half of humanity, and it's getting worse and worse. Hey, lady blessing hands. Okay, so now that we got we still got a small little turnout, but I'm gonna get started with my announcements and updates. So while I'm making this one announcement, I'm gonna put my website out there because this has to do with my website and the readings that I do. Now, I know some of my subscribers have been waiting for me to do more of the free readings. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? The thing is, I haven't really been able to get to the free readings because I'm so busy. So I apologize for people who've been waiting for their free readings, but I will get to them. I was thinking about doing some tonight, but I'm just going to wait till tomorrow, whatever, to get back up on the free readings. But I've been so swamped in terms of work. That's why you haven't seen me on YouTube. So I've said this before. A lot of times, if you don't see me on YouTube, a lot of times it's because I'm very busy and I'm working on reports. And it's the written reports. It's the written reports that I have to do that takes up the most time. So I was really struggling this month dealing with time management because it was like I got an order for 4 natal chart readings, the written ones, in a 2-day period, which means that they're all due around the same time. So I'm working on natal chart number 3. I got one more to do, and then I got 2 more to do after that, but they came in later. So I say all this to say, like, I was really like struggling, like, what do I do? How do I get on top of this? Because I can't keep on devoting so much time to the written reports at the expense of other things because I need to keep up on my YouTube channel. I love being on YouTube. I love sharing information. I love doing live streams, and y'all know how long I could be on live. So, what I decided to do, and this is only for temporary, this month is going to be the last month for a while where I'm offering written natal chart readings. After this month, if you want a natal chart reading, it's either going to have to be via video or via phone because the written ones take so much time. So Ethereal said written reports don't seem to be worth the time. Actually, they are. I get some really good feedback on mine, and some people actually appreciate the written reports because they can always go back and read it. I've had a client actually print out the written report and put it in a little portfolio, and she will always refer back to it. So some people really appreciate the written reports, which is why I'm so torn about putting a freeze on them. I'm not doing away with them, but I'm putting a freeze on it simply so I can have more time to do other stuff. So again, here's my website. If anybody was thinking about getting a written natal chart report from me, this is the last month to do it before I put a freeze on it. But I'm still going to be doing natal chart readings, but it'll be via video or via phone, which is so much easier and so much less time consuming for me because I could do either or. I could write out a natal chart, but I could read a natal chart off the top of my head just by pulling it up and telling you all this type of stuff. So it's like either way I'm effective, but it just takes longer with the written reports, and it really starts to get to me at times because I feel like I'm locked up. I feel like I'm locked away and I can't go outside. I feel like a kid that's locked inside. I can't go outside to play at all because I have all these written reports to do. And then that's why when I go live, I be live for like 5 hours because it's like I'm a kid that's been cooped up all day, and finally my locked up. Yeah, hang on. And basically it's like I'm a kid that's been cooped up all day, and then finally my mom lets me go outside, and then I just take it too far and I spend 5 hours playing outside. So again, I'm gonna put up my website one more time. If you were thinking about getting a written natal chart reading from me, this is the last month, probably for the next couple of months, just so I could get caught up, just so I could devote time to other things where I'll be offering the written natal. Ethereal said it's the time deposit that ends up making it a hard one to negotiate. Yeah. So that's the update on that. And then with that out the way, hopefully, like with the written reports being decreased, the request for that will free up more time for me to start putting out more video series. I want to do the astrology of fat video that I was telling y'all about. So I already have a PowerPoint ready to go for that. Like I haven't built a PowerPoint yet because I haven't had time, but I do have the title. I have the title and the image already, but I do want to do that. I'm thinking about doing a series on the moon through the signs. So I want to really start at Velvet Rose, the astrology of fat, where I talk about what in the chart can make you fat. And not just fat, but I'm even going to talk about like what in the chart can produce a fat ass. So stuff like that. So let's say, a guy meets a chick online, right? So this is for you dudes that like women with fat asses, for instance. You meet a chick online and, of course you don't know what she looked like unless she sends you a picture, but let's say she just sends you a picture from the neck up and you like fat asses and you want to know, okay, does she have a fat ass? Well, you could pull her chart and then see, oh damn, she do got a fat ass. So I'll just play, but no, I do want to do a video on that. I want to do a video series on what else? It was some other stuff too, but I might do one just on synastry because Cameron made me think of that because he asked me about some of the hardest aspect or most disgusting, the nastiest aspects I've seen in synastry. I've seen some nasty synastries, period. Yeah, so I plan on really becoming more active. Hey, Nick, how you doing? What's up with the devil face, Nick? Oh my God, Marquise. But anyway, I want to start being more. Hey, Andrea, how you doing? I really want to start being more active on YouTube. I want to start up my workshops again. Hey, I got 2 people from Russia. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. Hey Tony, how you doing? But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. So expect to see me more on YouTube, especially starting in June, because I still got some more natal charts to finish up the written ones. So let me see, I got 3 more written ones that I got to do. And then once I do that, I can, or it might be more depending on if anybody places an order for a written natal chart. And like I said, if you want a written one, feel free to order one, but this is going to be the last month for maybe a couple of months to get one. So Nick said pentagram. What's up? Are you a Satanist, Nick? What's up with that? Satanists be loving me too, hey? All right. Here's my next announcement. So this is going to be me spilling some tea. And some of y'all going to be like, what the fuck? So, okay. Some of y'all already know about this because if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture. Matter of fact, let me get my phone real quick because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I posted a picture and this very much has to do with all that energy that's moving through my first house right now. So Saturn's transiting my first house. Pluto has been in my first house since forever. Since what, 2012, I think. And now I got the Capricorn South Node in my first house. So I got some heavy energy transiting my first house. So of course the first house deals with your body. It deals with your appearance. So what I decided to do recently was to take the plunge and get a cosmetic procedure. And it probably don't even look like I've gotten one, but it's because the type of procedure I got was non-invasive. It doesn't require surgery, but it does require some recovery time. And the thing is, it could take up to 3 months for you to see the results. So what I got, I'm gonna type it in here. What I got was called school. Oh my God, I keep on being tongue tied. Cool sculpting. And I told the people at the facility, I was like, I'm probably going to talk about this on YouTube. And they was like, oh, really? They was like, make sure you mention us. So I will mention the name of the company that I went to. So I got a cool sculpting procedure. And I went to this facility called Bodify in Phoenix. And they were really nice. So I got the cool sculpting done on my chin, all up under here. So I've had a double chin for a while and it really bugs the hell out of me because it makes me look heavier than what I am. So double chins are very hard to get rid of just by dieting and exercise. And with all that Capricorn energy in my first house right now, I am very much about my appearance. So I got it done on the 30th last month. And the procedure itself it wasn't really painful at all. It was actually, it's not skin tightening. What it does is it freezes your skin, not your skin, it freezes the fat underneath your skin. And after a while, the fat will start breaking down and it will dissolve and it will be released through your system. So if you can see right here, it's swollen right now. So it's still really tender, but in about 3 months, all of this excess should be gone. Like this, all this. Now, right now, me touching under here, oh my God, it's so tender, and I could feel my lymph nodes. Now, today is not as bad as some other days. The procedure itself was easy. It was easy breezy. It was like 45 minutes on each side. I'm gonna show you a picture to show you what I'm talking about. It was 45 minutes on each side. They had me watching TV. It wasn't that painful. What it is this thing. It sucks the part that you want to remove, the fat that you want to remove, and then it adds this coal. It's real coal, and they put it on there for 45 minutes. Wait a minute, let me find this picture. And again, this is very new for me because I've never gotten a cosmetic procedure done. I got it done on the 30th, which is a good day to get something done. So here's me at the facility. Wait, how, what? Oh, wait. Okay, you see that? You see that's the contraption where it sucks the fat part into that machine, and then all this cold air is being pumped. And what it does is it doesn't ruin your skin. So I didn't have no bruising, nothing, but I could feel it's all tender up in here. And but they're saying that in 3 months, all of this should be thinned out, including like all right, I'll just show you what it's supposed to look like in 3 months. It's supposed to look like this. Like I'm supposed to look more sculpted. And this is after, oh, this is without, doing lipo, or there's the Kybella injections you could get, but I'm scared. Yeah, people have told me all the time I look like Dawn from In Vogue. I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to pain. So I was like, there's no way I'm doing the lipo. Oh yeah, I'll be giving you updates. Wait till I share this too. I was like, there's no way I'm doing lipo. For those of you who have done lipo, man, y'all are brave, especially dealing with the aftercare with the pain. I don't see how y'all do it because I didn't even get an invasive procedure. And it's been 10 days since I got this procedure done. And it's still tender. It's still kind of swollen. I have to massage under here every day for 2 weeks, they said, just so, it'll help move the fat like along or whatever like that. Now, come the 17th, I plan on going back to Bodify. Y'all can check out the website. Here, that's the name of the company. I plan on going back to Bodify. This is where y'all might think I'm a little crazy, but I plan on going back to Bodify to get my belly done because I had, I don't have this big protruding belly, but I got the little pouch, and I got the little. I got rid of my muffin top a few years ago, but now the muffin top is starting to come back because even though I do intermittent fasting, the past couple of years I used to snack sometimes, and just that alone, with not exercising because of my thyroid disorder, I'll start putting on the weight very quickly. So I got the fupa, but it's not a fupa. It doesn't hang down over my coochie. So, you can still see all, it's just that little pouch, but it drives me crazy. And that little pouch, I don't care how much you exercise, for a lot of women, it's not going away. It just doesn't, unless you just do surgery or you just starve yourself to death. And I'm not trying to starve myself to death. You see how the color changed on my camera? It does that sometimes. Can y'all get the likes up? We only got 19 likes, but we got 39 people in here. But anyway, come the 17th, I plan on doing my belly. I'm kind of like hesitant about that, but I did a reading about it and they were saying that yeah, it'll be okay. You should get it done. So I'm like, if my chin is all feeling all jacked up, I can just imagine how my belly's gonna feel. But it's gonna be worth it because I'm at that age now where it's like I'm no spring chicken. I'm not getting any, younger. Yes, I'm trying to lose weight. Like I got about 15 pounds that I want to lose. But even when I lose pounds, I'm still not going to be happy with my belly. I still won't be happy with my chin. So, this is like one of the biggest things I've ever done for myself. I usually don't do things for myself. So, this is a year, especially since it's a personal 2 year for me in terms of numerology, where it's like, yeah, I'm really focusing on me. And I'm really trying to do some things to improve myself. Carlene said alkaline diet, please. I did it for 4 months and lost weight in 2 weeks. Are you serious? I do watch some of those cooking shows where it's all alkaline, like they follow Dr. Savy. Thank you, Maldives. But yeah, so that's what I got going on now. I'm doing the whole cool sculpting thing. Matter of fact, somebody asked me about the price. I'll just tell y'all this. So Ethereal said, I don't think I've ever seen a full body shot of you. That's why, because I don't like the way my body looks. And the thing is, I'm not fat. I'm not even chubby. I'm just thick. I'll say this. And when I got on the scale, I was like, oh, this ain't right. Cause I was like, they had me weighing more than what I feel like I weigh. But anyway, that's just because, I got ass, I got titties, I got hips. So all of that, and then adding, my belly and then stuff like that. Yeah, cool sculpting. So it's a revolutionary procedure. It's been out since 2012, I think. And it helps to get rid of the fat without having to cut your body open and all that stuff, which is why I went for that because I'm not one to get my body cut open. So anyway, like I said, I'm not fully happy with my body. Now, I'll say this. Normally, I wear a size 4, and I am a shorty. I'm only 5'2", so I wear a size 4. I still wear a size 4, but I'm pushing it. Like if I don't do something now, like if I don't start getting back in the gym and all that, and I have started to get back into the gym, um, I'll just keep blowing up, especially with since I'm on the verge of menopause, and menopause will put on weight anyway. Hey, Elsie, menopause will put weight on you anyway. So it's like, yeah, I really got to do something. And again, this is something that I really want to do for myself. Oh, so you said the fat fell off. Please, Erica Badu does it. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you, because I am looking to really because I do the intermittent fasting, but obviously enough that wasn't enough. It's not enough at this point. Now, Andrea, good, you got somebody that has it done. My girlfriend got this cool sculpting on her stomach, and I'm thinking about liposuction on my stomach and back. I'm real thick too, and I work out. Okay, Andrea. Now, Andrea, how did your friend like the procedure? How did she like the results? Is she happy with the results? And again, the cool sculpting is a slow process. It's not like you're going to go in there and then see the fat loss happen in a week. It can take up to 3 months. So it's a gradual process. So she does like the results. That makes me feel good. Erica Badu, she's always been thick, really. She's always had a big ass. It didn't reduce as much as she wanted. That's the thing. That's what they tell you. That's the thing I like too, because they do tell you straight up. They're saying that you may not be happy with just one procedure. So I know that when it comes to like the belly, especially the bigger the belly is, you're going to need more than one procedure. But with my belly, they were telling me I might be happy with just one. Same with my chin. They were like, with your chin, because it's not that bad, you'll probably only need one procedure. Same with my belly. Matter of fact, that's all I'm getting. If I'm still not happy with the results after one procedure, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna have to deal with it and continue to exercise and all that type of stuff. But yeah. And the thing with cool sculpting, it's only gonna get rid of, I think it's up to 25% of your fat because it's doing it per layer because it's not like lipo where they're going in sucking the fat out all like, have y'all seen those lipo videos? They be stabbing the people with them damn things. They be looking so rough with it. So it's not like lipo where they're just cleaning the fat out, sucking the fat out of you. It's where they're freezing layers of fat at a time. So they can't freeze all of the fat. It has to be a layer at a time. So that's why, yes, lipo is so aggressive. That's why I can't imagine a recovery. If my chin is all sore after 10 days and it's not too sore, but if it's still sore, if it's still tender, if it's still swelling up, then I can't even imagine what lipo would feel like. I'm like, that's crazy. Oh, of course they want my money. It's a business. But see, for the money that I spend, I'm getting something in return. And the beauty of Bodify is they told me after 3 months, if I'm not happy with the results, they'll do it again for free. So with that, I couldn't turn down that offer. And I for my belly procedure, I'm getting a buy one get one free deal. So that works out too. Now let me tell you about the full cost of what they told me when because I told them everything I wanted done. So I said I wanted my chin. I said I wanted this broad fat, so I got some fat between my like that part between your arm and the chest. I said I wanted that done. I said I wanted my arms done. I said I wanted my belly done, the top and the bottom. So by the time they tallied up everything, she was like, "Oh, this gonna run you like 6,500." I was like scratching the record. I was like, nope, nope, nope. I was like, okay, take off the arms. I was like, take off the bra fat. Because I was like, my budget is 5,000. So I have a budget of $5,000 to do work on myself. I'm not going beyond that. So they took the arms off. So I'm not going to get my arms done as much as I want my arms done. Yes, the arms and the belly are the toughest areas. I might get my arms done next year. I'm lying. But this year, I have a $5,000 budget and I'm not going over it. So I told her that. Oh, it's buffering. My bad. So I told her that and they was like, "Okay, so we're going to take it down. We're going to bring it down." So I'll just say this, getting the procedure done on the 17th, my belly, the top and the bottom, I'll still be within that 5,000 price range. So that just shows you, like I'm letting you know basically the cost, which is much cheaper than getting lipo. Much cheaper. But again, I work hard and I never do anything for myself. I really don't. So this is a way where I'm treating myself, where I'm rewarding myself for all my hard work. And if I'm, like I said, I'm not the type that's going to keep on going back and getting all these procedures and stuff like that. But there was some other procedure where I was like, I wouldn't mind getting. I'm trying to think. Oh, the cellulite removal. If I could find some way where, I think they do got procedures like that, but I'm not willing to get a Brazilian butt lift or nothing like that. But again, that's where you can kind of go into dangerous territory where you're being a little too vain, where you're caring about too much about how you look and all that stuff. And I've never really been that type of vain person, but all this Capricorn energy in my first house is definitely bringing it out. Thank you, Siobhan. Siobhan told me to treat myself. I definitely am. Gift from Virgo said, you have to. I'm at a point in life where I'm learning how to treat myself more. Yes. Ethereal said, I'm not keen on hospitals, so I'm good with exercise. Velvet Rose said, vanity can be good. I agree to a certain extent, especially when you have a public image. So, I'm a YouTuber, all that stuff. If I wasn't a YouTuber, would I have still got my chin done? Yeah, probably, but probably not in this time frame. I probably would have waited until I got with a man and had him pay for it or whatever like that. But yeah, because this is also about my profession, my professional life, and I definitely want to like look as good as I can. And if I'm looking at some of my videos and like the first thing I'm zeroing in on is my double chin, and if there's a way to get rid of it, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. I work hard for my money, so shit. So yeah. And the first procedure, I just used my income tax refund. I was like, fuck it. So it was really no sweat off my back in terms of money for the first procedure. Once I knew how much I was getting back in taxes, I already knew what I was going to do with it. And I remember telling my daughter, I was like, yeah, I'm going to just, I'm going to go ahead, take this plunge, get this procedure, because it's really like no money being lost for this first one. The second one is going to come out of my pocket. But the first one, Yeah, it's really no money lost because it was like that was coming from, income tax refund. So that was the way I treated myself. So it's all good. It does feel good to do for myself. You know how rich and bougie I felt in that facility? First of all, they treat you all nice. It's all beautiful in there and stuff like that. I felt like I was one of the real housewives of Phoenix. That's what I felt like. I was like, you know what? I could get used to this type of treatment. I really did. I felt really special. I felt like, so yeah. And I even was telling my friend, I was like, this puts me in another category, like in terms of my money mindset. Cause I was like, the fact that I could part with money for something like this shows me that I've gotten over my poverty mentality. Because for years, hey JS, for years I had a poverty mentality. Ethereal said you're pretty clued up on the medical stuff, so I know you did I did my research. Ethereal, I don't go into anything like that without doing research. And a good friend and client recommended the procedure to me because she had it done on her waist, and she said that she was really happy with the results. So the fact that I know somebody that had got it done already, that really helped. But yeah, I used to have a poverty mindset. So the fact that I was able to, feel comfortable with getting this procedure, especially using a tax, because I know some of y'all are like this or was like this in the past. You would be living for those tax refunds, right? Tax season come around, you like, yeah, I'm gonna put a down payment down on a car, or I'm gonna buy a car outright. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna put a security deposit on all that stuff. Well, ever since I've been self-employed fully, because it's a different ball game when you're dealing with taxes when you're self-employed, when you got your own business. I haven't been pressed for a tax refund, but that just shows you how much better I'm doing being self-employed, working for myself, than working for someone else. So yeah, I didn't realize I just got the top chat. But yeah, I used to have that poverty mentality. Like, you waiting around for tax season. Then when tax season comes up, it's turn up season, and then you going shopping and all this type of stuff. But in the past few years, tax season has not phased me. And I wait till the end of tax season. I wait till the last week to file my taxes because that's what people do when they have a lot of people do that when they have a business because there's a high chance you're going to end up owing when you have a business because running my business, you think I'm paying the IRS every month? You think I'm writing them a check every month? Hell no. I get my money, and then at the end of the year, I do my taxes, and then I worry about perhaps owing them or whatever. And that's one of the benefits. Is anybody thinking about running their own business or being self-employed? One of the benefits of having your own business, being self-employed, is you get your money first before the government gets their grubby hands on it. Now, for some people, they might like that because that means, oh, I get a big refund every year. Hey, HTH, Grand Rising. Yeah, I'm up early. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and give y'all some updates and all that stuff. So, what was I saying? Damn, what was I saying? I was just talking about taxes and tax refunds and all that type of stuff, and how, some of us are really looking for that tax. That's what I was talking about. So, yeah, one of the benefits of working for yourself, being self employed, is you get your money first before anybody dips their hands in your pot. And you decide what to do with that money before the government decides. One of the taxes that used to kill me beyond income tax was that goddamn Social Security tax. I've had jobs where they took out more in Social Security tax, and I know you're supposed to get that back upon retirement. But I'm the type of person where it's like, no, give me all my money up front. You don't got to manage this goddamn money for me. I'll manage my own retirement. Like, you don't need to be doing all. And a lot of times, the Social Security checks that people get after working so long won't even enable them to survive. Most of them still got to work with that Social Security check. Like, my dad is a perfect example. He's of the age where I believe he's collecting Social Security. He still got to work. And my dad's been working all his life. So that's what I'm saying. They be acting like, oh, you gotta take up for Social Security tax. I'm like, please, let us manage our own goddamn money up front. Do you know what we could do with that money? That little bit of money that they're taking out. I mean, it's not even little in some cases. The more you make, of course, the more they're taking out. Exactly, Maldives. We might not even have Social Security in a few years. They are in a deficit. First of all, that baby boomer generation is going to clean out the Social Security budget because there's too many of them that are retiring around the same time. Carlene said, true. I'm starting my business next year. For now, I'm stacking, just attempting real estate in 2 years in South Africa and Dubai. Well, you go. That's what I'm talking about. Making those big deals. That's what I'm talking about. Ethereal said, then you know our self-worth is paramount. Yes. Yes. That's the beauty of being self-employed. You pay yourself first, and then you deal with the government later. And the government will actually give you more leeway as a self-employed person than being an employee. But that's just me on my soapbox. So there was something else I wanted to announce before I get out of here, because I'm already working on an hour. So I don't want to be too long. But there was something else I was going to say. What was it? I talked about the free readings. I'll be getting back to the free readings starting tomorrow. Oh, yeah, let's talk about baby boomers for a minute. So Ethereal said baby boomers suck the life out of everything. Then looking at us like, who did it? You know what? Baby boomers came up when Pluto was in Leo, which gave them a lot of freaking power. That Pluto in Leo, Pluto is exalted in Leo. So that gave them a hell of a lot of personal, individual power. Siobhan said it's a lot of homeless baby boomers. Yeah, there is, but they do have that sense of entitlement. And they were the first generation that really didn't look out for their children. See, I got baby boomer parents, and some of y'all got baby boomer parents too, and can attest to this, where a lot of the baby boomer parents had the attitude like, I got mine, you better get yours. Like, for real. Like, that's that very Pluto and Leo. Pluto and Leo can be rather narcissistic. Velvet Rose says, so true. I can attest to that. Maldives said, I didn't know that. My mom and dad, SMH. Siobhan said, I got baby boomer parents. Yup, they dropped us. Yes, the baby boomer generation is the most selfish generation, hands down. They had everything handed to them because they had parents that was really starting to like have some success, was starting to become middle class, all that stuff. And I'm not talking about all baby boomers, but the bulk of them had it so freaking easy. Like, come on, they was going to college when a college degree only cost $5,000 for 4 years. They was buying homes when they could buy a home for $10,000 and then flip that home 20 years later at a $75,000 profit. Like, these motherfuckers came the fuck up. Like, I get really upset about this because they walk around with this attitude of entitlement. And like, and they complain at the same time. Yes, Velvet Rose, Pluto, and Leo, they failed us. And Leo rules children. So that could deal with where they not only was very much about exploiting their children to their own benefit, but also where, they were so much about me. And they're called the me generation. That's that Pluto and Leo again. That whole me generation. My mom isn't like that. My mom a Capricorn. She is a hustler. Yeah. So I'm not saying all baby boomers are like that. Jules Verne said they never apologize when they are wrong. That is so true. That is so true. I changed that pattern too. And they have this might makes right. Like, I'm the parent. You're supposed to respect me no matter what. But a lot of baby boomer parents turn their kids out on the street as soon as they turn 18. Some of them before then. Because again, that whole attitude, I got mine, you better get yours. But they didn't realize that they came up during a time where everything was basically handed to them on a silver platter. Back then, how about this? Back then, you could get a job with not even, you didn't even need a high school diploma to get a decent job, number one. You damn sure didn't need a college degree for a lot of jobs. And they damn sure weren't doing all these extensive background checks. They weren't doing drug testing. These motherfuckers got away with murder. And I know I'm getting all fiery and stuff, but I get passionate about this stuff because, again, they got this attitude. What's up, Sag Brown? How you doing? But they got this attitude like the world owes them something, even though they've been given everything, man. And it's like the main thing where they've come up is the housing. These people have been able to flip house after house after house and just, benefit from the profit and all that stuff. Do you think we're going to make any money flipping houses now? As high as the prices of housing are? Most of us are barely able to pay our freaking rent. But these people were coming up when rent was $50 a month and shit for a 2-bedroom. When it cost $5,000 to get a brand new car. So yeah, it's just I do have some issues with the baby boomer generation because and also let's talk about how hypersexual they were and how they corrupted all of us. Because they were the ones who ushered in that whole sexual revolution and shit. Free love, free sex. Let's do all this stuff, and they're responsible for the crack. They're responsible for everything, yo. Like they corrupted the rest of the generation. They're responsible for all the cocaine used to crack, all that stuff. It was the baby boomer generation that started smoking crack and started to really neglect their kids, having the kids just run wild. Oh, I miss you too. Oh, I'll touch base with you. But yeah, running wild, just doing whatever they held. Yeah, it was just wild. They had a free for all. Yes, they take no responsibility for any of it. Also, how about this? They came up during a time where credit card companies started like making attractive offers to them, and they had all this available credit. They were getting these loans, all types of stuff. So yeah, per documentaries, crack came in the 80s and government put it. That's what I'm saying. So if crack came out in the 80s, who was the adults back then? Who was in their late 20s and 30s? That was the baby boomer generation. They was the ones smoking crack because they started in the 70s with that freebase. So the baby boomer generation is responsible for so many messed up things. They even are responsible. Look, Obama's a baby boomer. Is Hillary Clinton a baby boomer? Because baby boomers start from like 1947 to like 1963. There's a lot of them. The ones that were born in the 60s aren't that bad, or the ones in the 40s. But the ones born in the 50s, boy, I'll say 1949 through 1959. Those are the worst. And my mom was born in 1953. My dad was born in 1950. So they're right in the thick of it. Yes, they would have been in their 30s and the 80s. Who allowed the drugs in the country? The baby boomers do not patrol the shore. I'm not saying that the baby boomers brought crack to this country, but they were the bulk of the crack smokers. Let's not make no mistake. They were the ones hitting the pipe and abandoning their children and shit like that. It was the baby boomers that started that shit. I'm not saying they brought crack to the hood. But what I'm saying is they started using that shit. And next thing you know, you got the breakdown of the family. You got all these crack babies, all types of stuff. Styling profiling said, "You right, Rabina. I told a family member, you ain't show us about wills, home owning, none of that. Us millennials battle of the generation." Yes. From Generation X, which is my generation, going all the way up to the millennials, we've had it rough. The only thing that's really helped us made things easier is technology. That's the only thing. Everything else has been hard on us. We've even had to deal with, all like the baby boomers, they were coming out when food was still natural. They didn't have to worry about all these GMOs and all this shit. They was in the prime of their health. They didn't have to worry about all these vaccines and shit. Like I'm telling you, they had it good. Beyond 27 said, "My dad was born in 52, my mom 55. Bobby Morgan said, "Yeah, Generation X had to learn through experience." Yup, a lot of us was put out the house at an early age, had to fend for ourselves, was told too bad, too sad. Maldives baby said, not how to balance a checkbook. Yeah, nothing about investing. I taught myself to cook and be domestic." Sag Brown said, "Wasn't taught a damn thing either." Yeah, they just left us to fend for ourselves. Ethereal said, "When I listened to Granny talk, I realized that she had more fun than me." And that's interesting you said Granny, because I think a lot of Generation X kids, they do have a closer relationship with their grandparents than their own parents, or They might even respect their grandparents more than their own parent. Thank you, Sag. They might even respect their grandparents because the grandparents still have sense. And a lot of the baby boomers, they drop their kids off to let the grandparents raise them, and let their own parents raise their own kids. Now that didn't happen in my case with my family. I will give it to my parents. They stuck around and raised me and my sisters. I'll give them that. But let's be real, when it comes to like things that parents have done, like my grandmother as opposed to, my two parents, yeah. Like if I needed help, like there's always been times where like if I needed help, I knew I could get the help quicker from my grandmother than my own mother. But that's again, it's that baby boomer generation mentality. Rendezvous said, Grandma babysit me all the time. Bobby Morgan said, baby boomer aunties used to go to concerts for no more than $20. HTH said, I'd rather not resent the receivers of so-called better treatment via the Pales in power. Again, watching like it is with Gil Noble, I just don't see it as having, as they have, oh yeah, they did have it better. I totally disagree. You got these words, better, worse, best. They're for a reason. And you can't tell me that the baby boomer generation didn't have it hella easy in a lot of areas in life. Anytime you could get a college degree and not come out of college being in debt, let's be real, where all it took was for you to work a job and you could pay for your college tuition. Try getting away with doing that shit now. It ain't possible. Sag Brown said, I called my grandmother Ma. She was the best. See what I'm talking about? My son's father was practically raised by his grandparents, namely his grandmother. Like, there's so many stories like that where grandmas, grandpas was holding it down while the baby boomer generation was out smoking crack, doing all types of stuff, running the streets, just being selfish. Carlene said, my nana was an Aries, extremely good with money. Maldives said life was more maneuverable back in the 70s. Hell yeah. All you needed was a job and you could survive. That's all you needed back then. Now you need 2 jobs and a hustle. And somebody in the house sharing the cost of living. Like, it's crazy. Just go to some states like California and try to get a 1-bedroom apartment. That shit wasn't happening in the 70s. Hey, Nicki Minaj. Hey. Do 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 do. Ah. Shorty, I'm gonna tell you this once. You're the illest. Not, no. So you got me singing Nicki Minaj. Okay. So HEH said maybe those hidden color DVDs make my perspective different. No disrespect to anyone. You're entitled to your perspective, but I like to call a spade a spade. And I see where you're coming from because you're saying, it was the powers that be, the white supremacy that, was orchestrating all this. I see what you're saying, but make no mistake, they had it easy. Maldives said, not even drugs, just them being about them. Velvet Rose said, and get more money with your hustle. Sage Brown said, middle class just about going, sure enough. And that's all by design. They're trying to squeeze out the middle class because the middle class is the strong arm of this country. Without a strong middle class, basically you can control people easier. People have less free will. People have less self-determination the poorer that they are. Contemplating Key said, right, I need a sponsor. Bobby Morgan said, you can't play victim mode forever, though. Who's playing victim mode? You don't have to play victim mode just to tell the truth about how things are. HTH said, per Robert Lee Camp's book, love cards, the spades are the most spiritual card in the deck. Rendezvous said, we got to sink or swim now. Yup, you can't afford to sleep nowadays. Back in the day, you could quit a job and you could probably make it for a few months. Now you quit a job, you looking at being homeless. It's no joke. The Pels that play victimizer seemingly forever sure hope to keep that bullying position. Straight Knowledge said, I'm an Aries rising, Virgo sun, Scorpio moon. Maldives baby, no middle class, no unions. Bobby Morgan said, I'm talking about regarding the government bringing drugs into the community. Got you. Okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, this was a good discussion. I'm glad I got my shit off about the baby boomers because, yeah, they were something else. Something else. So They also had Neptune and Libra as well, during that baby boomer generation. So that can deal with, while they was all about being me, they were still very much about merging with one another, at least the baby boomers themselves. So that's how you had two baby boomer parents being on the same page with each other, and that made matters even worse. But Neptune and Libra is also about the dissolution of marriage, also about, what was traditional marriage is no longer. So the baby boomers, they also changed up the marriage game. They were the ones who were responsible for divorce being on the rise. Saj Brown said they even have some of us thinking that to acknowledge what's going on as having a victim mentality. Yeah. Like we're not ever supposed to speak on it. We're supposed to remain dumb, deaf, and blind. HCH said these fiscal constraints are in place by design, dastardly design. Vsauce has a video where he states that there's more vacant houses in America than there are homeless people. I believe that, HTH. I've always wondered about, okay, why are they allowing all these houses to remain vacant when we have all these homeless people? Yes, Neptune can deal with multiple marriages. Neptune and Libra, that is. Yes, so true. Both of my parents have been married twice. Actually, my dad's been married 3 times. Wait a minute. One, two. My dad's been married 3 times. He's a baby boomer, Neptune and Libra. My mom's been married twice. So, yeah, the multiple marriages things, but also just changing the idea, the concept of marriage with that Neptune and Libra, making marriage more fluid. Or you can look at Neptune, whatever it comes in contact with, dissolves it. So that could be the dissolution of marriage or the dissolution of the tradition of marriage, at least. So, again, it was through the baby boomers that divorce became on the rise. So they didn't even look at marriage the same like their own parents did. So Marquis said, have you seen what Detroit looks like? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Detroit is definitely in its, well, when it comes to the downtown area, they're going through that gentrification like how a lot of these cities are. But if you go to the hood, it's sad. But I'll tell you what's worse than Detroit: Baltimore. Who we got up in here from Baltimore? Go to Baltimore and see how many abandoned houses there are. I know Detroit got a lot, but I think Baltimore got them beat. Yeah, it's no joke. Maldives said they are moving homeless men who are sex offenders into my family neighborhood. Why? There are tons of places away from schools and family neighborhoods. HGA said, find that video where RFG, the chosen one. Oh, yeah, I watch him sometimes. And Sanchez was giving out bottled water to homeless people in Vegas. Hear what the homeless guy states about the church. Homelessness seems to be a political thing. NY is crazy. Are you saying with the abandoned homes? Carlene said Nipsey was doing a real estate formation. He was extremely focused on making money work for him. I'm sad that y'all blaming Leo. Who's blaming Leo? Oh, are you saying because I'm talking about the Pluto and Leo generation? Yeah, be more been like that for years. Yeah, Camden, New Jersey, yup. But I heard Camden, they're doing the gentrification with the downtown. Newark has tons. Don't Habitat for Humanity supposed to fix up these vacant homes? Yeah, but they're not, they don't have that much of a budget, I don't think. And I feel like Habitat for Humanity is more about show than anything really helping homeless people. Because to even qualify for that type of help, you got to be like a special family. You got to be one of the chosen ones. Marquis said, I've been living here in Sacramento for about 4 years now. What about the homeless population in San Francisco and Los Angeles where they got the whole Skid Row? I mean, if I was a religious person, I would definitely say we're living in the last days. But I'm not a Christian anymore. I'm not all about following religion and stuff, but it damn sure seems like we're living in some type of last days because I've never seen the amount of homelessness like I have ever since I've been on this earth. I mean, and I used to work in a homeless shelter. It's crazy, like in LA, San Francisco. Siobhan says Skid Row is insane. Yeah. It's like what is this world going to look like, especially this country 10 years from now? Straight knowledge said I burn Palo Santo wood to bring in positive energy. Yes, I have some of that, and it smells so good. Yes, homelessness is out of control. And again, it don't take nothing to be homeless nowadays. All it takes is for you to lose a job and be out of a couple of paychecks with the way rent is. Don't want to think about it in 10 years. I know. And then Uranus and Taurus is like showing its ass slowly but surely because there's more reports of people wilding out in the street. Um, what there was this one story, I forget what it was, but it was some woman that was doing something sexual in the store. But yeah, people are starting to wild out more. So with Uranus and Taurus, we're gonna see like uh upheaval in terms of values and standards in this country, but also the whole world. What was once unacceptable is going to start to become acceptable. And by the time Uranus leaves Taurus, we might just see them being more accepting of pedophilia. I hate to say it, but that's how bad things are getting. And they've already had articles and blog posts out there where they're trying to sympathize with these fools saying they can't help who they are, they were born that way, all that stuff. I'm not the one for it. But yeah, things are getting crazy. And I'm like, how can prices just keep going up if people's income is not going up along with it? Now they are raising the minimum wage, throughout states and stuff. I think Arizona is about to raise it to like $13 an hour. But my thing is, how is that going to be sustainable with the fact that, you got these small businesses, that's going to squeeze them out. So Sag Brown talked about getting rid of the middle class. I think he did. And that's one of the ways to get rid of the middle class. Because the heartbeat of the middle class is small businesses, believe it or not. It's not employees. The blood for or the force of the middle class is small businesses, your mom and pop stores, your your hair salons, all that type of stuff. That keeps America running, the small businesses. Hey Kevin, thank you. But why do you want to see my forearms? What's that about? That's kind of creeping me out. You got a fetish for forearms? What you got in Gemini? Mars and Mercury conjoined? Why do you want to see my forearms? I'm curious about that. Now, Lasha said, in most ways, you don't own a habitat house until 15 years into it, and the mortgage is for 30. You can't pay them off early. Damn. Maldives baby said the conversation is making me hungry. That's why I'm thick. I get mad and I get hungry. Now, Ronnie would say, yes, Bob, you got to have a job. Pluto and Scorpio, that brought the demons out of the fourth dimension. I talked about that. But Saturn and Scorpio did that too. But Pluto and Scorpio, that was like hypersexual energy going on. So a lot of Pluto and Scorpio people, they've just been force fed sex from an early age, especially if Pluto is in contact with one of their personal planets. So a lot of Pluto and Scorpio people just got, they got sex addictions, or a lot of them, they need more than just regular sex to get off. They need to be choked. They need to be spanked. They need to be kicked in the face to get off, all that type of stuff. So straight knowledge, you have Pluto and Sagittarius conjunct Mars and Sagittarius. So that's some powerful energy. You might strike it rich one day, straight knowledge. Pluto and Scorpio was one of the most destructive periods. Let me see. Forearms. Yeah, he wanted to see my forearms. That's the first time somebody ever asked me about that. I'm like, wow. First time for everything. Okay, I'm going on 1 hour, 30 minutes. I got to keep track of the time. Siobhan said, I noticed a lot of those Pluto and Scorpio women have fertility issues too. Makes sense. Vaccines did start to become on the rise. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? So Adrian asked me, oh, I got a tattoo on my upper arm. I only got one tattoo and it's on my upper arm. Can you do a live about Uranus and Taurus? I think I will. Shit been hitting the fan for a lot of people in my family. I said, let me see them forearms. I'll show you my tattoo. Here's my Wu Tang tattoo. You can't really see inside, but it says RZA. But yeah, I was a Wu Tang fanatic back in the day. Yes. No, Scorpio rising with Pluto first house. I love to be choked and spanked. See what I mean? See what I mean? That Pluto and Scorpio will bring it out of you. I like tattoos, awesome, original. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I won't get another tattoo unless I really have a good reason for it. And I really had a good reason for this Wu Tang tattoo. Like, Wu Tang was my life back in the day. Wu Tang changed my life, honestly. I should do a whole live stream just on my experiences as a Wu banger, as a Wu Tang fanatic, because it was such a major part of my life. I mean, it was outrageous. And I'm just so grateful that I wasn't born a baby boomer. I was born a Generation Xer so that I could experience Wu Tang right when they emerged on the scene. Like, there was other rap groups that I loved too, like Boot Camp Click, Smith and Wesson. Well, they were part of Boot Camp Click. You had Black Moon, you had Mob Deep. Who else was real good back then? You had the Lost Boys. Remember the Lost Boys? The Lex Beams, the Bim. Wait a minute, how'd that go? It's the Jeeps, the Lex Coops, the Beamers, and the Bens. To all my ladies and my men's, to all my peoples in the pens, you'll keep your head up into the hood. East Coast or West Coast and all lies. Ain't nothing wrong with puffing on lies. That was the shit. That was it. See, those were good times. Those were good times where hip hop still had positive messages. Yeah, you had a lot of street shit. Let's get into hip hop right now. Yeah, you had a lot of street shit, back then, but it was still had some straight up positive vibes. Like Lost Boys also had that song "Music Makes Me High." That was my shit. I might have to listen to Lost Boys tonight. But yeah, that was my shit. I love Renee. Somebody mentioned the song Renee. A ghetto love is the love that I live by. And that was sad. Goody Mob was my shit, especially that song Black Ice. Touch what I never touched before, seen what I never seen before, woke up to see the sun sky high, sky high. Outcast, of course. Outcast was the shit. Goody Mob was like it was like a spinoff. Like they were basically down with Outcast. Tribe, of course. Tribe was the shit. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Remember DOS effects? They want effects. Dun 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 dun. They want effects. That was the shit. And especially the beginning of that song, it'd be like doo doo. I think it was the big payback sample. That was the shit. Um, who else? Heavy D, of course, was the shit. Far Side, I love me some Far Side. Yo, Siobhan, I might have to hear Far Side tonight, especially that song "Too Many Fish in the Sea." I love that song. And what was another one? Of course, She Keep On Passing Me By. Chubb Rock was the shit. Treat Me Right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Who else? Yo Yo. I used to love Yo Yo. I love Super Cat, Ghetto Red Hot, hell yeah, and also Dim Don't Worry We. Um, who else? De La Soul, of course, was the shit. I love Ego Trip by De La Soul. Ego Trip, Ego Trip, Ego Trip. That was my shit. Diggable Planets. How could I forget Diggable Planets? Both of their albums were the shit. That second album that Diggable Planets put out was heavily slept on. I remember The Stakes is High. Hey, Krutika, how you doing? Did you beat someone up during this Pluto No, no, I didn't beat nobody up yet. Stay tuned. It might happen. Lasha said, how about Venus and Scorpio? Would I have demon tendencies? Nah, not necessarily, but you could attract some demons in the flesh. Let me see. X Clan, that was my shit, X Clan. Wait a minute, there was some scandal involving X Clan. Remember, didn't some woman come out and say that she was being like abused by one of the X Clan members? Special Ed was my shit. I got it made. Who are trying to think? Who else? Oh, what about Digital Underground? Um, of course, the Humpty Dance, but then they also had Kiss You and I'll Kiss You Back. And then they also had All Around the World, same song. Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to that tonight because that's where they had Tupac rapping on that. Now I come around, now I'm from the underground. Girls, they use the down. Oh, Brand Nubian was the shit. Um, especially with Grand Puba, he did his own little single shit. Yeah, I love Same Song by Digital Underground. That's the shit. Redman was, oh my god, I love me some EPMD. I love me some Slum Village. They had a short little career, but they were good. I love that song Tainted that they had. Rakim, of course, one of the greatest. Most Def. I like that Most Def album that the first album he put out. I never really got into Jay Dilla. Ghetto Boys, yeah. What was I listening to today? And I was like, yo, that shit was hitting back in the day. Um, what was I listening to? Know what song I love? Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. MC Breed. That's my shit. But know what else was the shit? That summertime in the LBC. Who knows that? Summertime in the LBC. That's my shit. I ride with her. I slide with her. LBC. Lotion off on the LBC. They want to kick it with me. That's the shit. On riders, low riders, and east siders. I know I can't sing, but all come around. Know who I liked? But she only had like 2 songs. But there's one song, that one song she put out. Remember Boss? And she had that song Deeper. Boss was my shit. And I used to love listening to Deeper when I was on my period because when I was like, when she wrote that song, she must have been on her period. Do y'all remember Boss? And she starts the song with I don't really wanna feel. And like she's so like she looked like a lesbian. But Deeper and Deeper was the shit. I'm gonna have to listen to that tonight too. Who else? Oh, I didn't know she was from Detroit. Oh, okay. That was my shit. She had Deeper, and she had this other song that I like. But yeah, that was my theme song for my period for a minute. Like when I be feeling them cramps, I'd be like, I gotta hear Deeper because I was like, she feel me, she understand what I'm going through. Oh, how could I forget Bone Thugs? Oh my god, I love me some Bone Thugs. That collaboration they did with Biggie, Notorious Thugs, that's one of the best rap collaborations ever. But also they collaborate with Master P. P and Bone. That's one that they actually made Master P legit. Like I didn't really have respect for Master P until he did that collaboration with Bone. If y'all don't know that song, check it out. It's the shit. They actually made Master P sound good. P and Bone, nigga, and we gonna be here till we dead and gone, nigga. That's what the song is called, Dead and Gone. Common was all right. I like some of his songs. I actually did like that one album he put out where Testify was on there. Oh, know who was the shit? Big Pun. Big Pun with his album, Yeah Baby. I think that was the name of that album. That used to get heavy rotation in my house back in the day. Yup. Rest in peace, Big Pun. Maldives said Common is corny. I always thought, like, I never really got into his flow. His flow was always a bit erratic to me or a little choppy. Like, he never flowed right, if you ask me. I remember Bahamadia. I like the funk vibe. Rendezvous said, I saw so many rappers in New York City. I'm sure you did. I remember Two Live Crew. Some of their songs I like Pop That Pussy. Well, the clean version was called Pop That Coochie. I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock right now. Like who can not twerk to that? You gotta twerk to that when that comes on. And of course they had "Oh Me So Horny, Me Love You Long Time, Oh Me So Horny." That was my shit too. And then they had that song "Move Something." I remember my dad used to love when that video came on because it was a bunch of chicks with fat asses and tight dresses. My dad, I'd be looking at my dad like, really? Dad, can you stop drooling for real? But yeah, Bobby Morgan, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, that was a classic all day. Maldives said, man, always, even if I'm in Walgreens, what you talking about? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you talking about twerking to that song. I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Conscious daughter, nonchalant, 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. Yeah. Adrian said I still have my ticket stub from a Two Live Crew. Ooh, you went to a Two Live Crew concert as a teenager. I went to an R. Kelly concert and I remember I was blushing. I was like 16. Me and my sister went to an R. Kelly concert. He had these strippers like with dongs on, and me and my sister, we wasn't ready for it. We was not ready. Yes, BDP. Boogie Down Productions will always get paid. We'll take the wacky song and make it better. Oh man, you got me started with the BDP. Remember to let us into your skin, cause then you'll begin to master rhyming. MC Light was the shit. Yes. Oh, so you met KRS-One before? Okay, how is he in person? I love the jam with him and Shabba Ranks. That's my shit. I still listen to that today. Super Ho was the shit. Skylar Rock had them all. He is a super ho. Yes, Rob Bass. It Takes Two. That was like one of the ultimate house party jams. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. That was the shit. They like, well, nobody's mentioning Kid and Play. What about Kid and Play? Kid and Play had a lot of good hits. And they had the house party movies. I think R. Kelly's a Cancer rising, actually. Nobody knows his birth time. Big Daddy can still get it. Hell yeah, Big Daddy Kane was one of the lovers. Yes. My mom wrecked a car off of Pop That Pussy Dancing and Driving. I'm done. I told you that song makes you want to move your ass. It's you it's unavoidable. You can't help it. Like if I played that shit right now, I would get up and start twerking. Like that's why I can't do it. I can't. I wanna rock. I wanna rock right now. If it wasn't for Two Live Crew, we wouldn't have all the rapper females being able to sexually free take notes. But yeah, those were the days. Big Daddy Kane, Virgo, he's sitting down on Drink Champs is stellar. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. When he said the best sex I ever had was the sex I never had. Damn. I think he had sex with Madonna, but he claims he didn't. He claims that they were just friends. But I'm like, Madonna had sex with everybody. Madonna probably had sex with some of you guys up in here. Super Cat was the shit. Let's not forget about Doodoo Brown. Doon, 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 doon. Doon, doon, Doodoo Brown. Doon, 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 doon. That was the shit. Yup, Madonna was dating Tupac too. See, Chris even fucked Madonna. He said when I was 15, I fucked Madonna. See, I told you. Had sex with everybody. Madonna did too. I've seen Drake's face. It's a pass from me. Adrian said I went to the Run DMC Beastie Boys Houdini LL Cool J concert with my brother back in the 80s. Yeah, back in the 80s. That's when they had everybody on the bill. I went to one of those concerts like that too. It was Rakim. I can't remember everybody, but it was Rakim. I think it was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. It was, oh God, I can't remember everybody. But I definitely didn't see Run DMC or the Beastie Boys or Houdini. Houdini was the shit. People be sleeping on Houdini, but Houdini held it down for the 80s, man, especially with One Love, Funky Beat, Friends. How many others have them? Friends. I always said Houdini was like your uncles. They was like the uncles of rap. Man, you had that cool ass uncle that he would come by and he might buy you some ice cream, but he always was dressed. He was always looking fly and shit. He always had the females and stuff, and like he was always cooler than your dad or your mom, and you was like, hey, that's my cool ass uncle. That's Houdini. Siobhan said I was on stage with Ice Cube and the Lynch Mob. Hey, I love Friday by Ice Cube. It ain't no. That's my shit. Permo Preem's interview with Vlad. Madonna pursued Tupac too. She's one aggressive Leo. Yes, she is. Leos are just aggressive, period. Curtis Blow, you can't forget about him. If I ruled the world. That's the shit. NWA. Let's talk about NWA for a minute, because if you're around my age or a little younger or older, you will remember when NWA came on the scene, because every other car that summer was blasting Straight Outta Compton, Dope Boy. What was the other one? Not easier said than done. That's Easy E. What was the other one? Oh man, it was the last song of the NWA album. Me and my sister love that song. I gotta pull up the song list. NWA first album song list. Cause me and my sister, we used to love the last song on that. Who can remember what that last song is before I find it? It wasn't Gangster Gangster. It was a very smooth sounding song. But I remember, I love Gangster Gangster. Now let me try to find that last song on there. Damn, I just asked for a list of the songs. I didn't want a whole biography. Damn. All right, Straight Outta Compton song list. And I still haven't seen the Straight Outta Compton movie. I really don't have a desire to see it. Who's seen it? Was it good or was it corny? I just want the goddamn list of the songs. Why is it so hard for me to find the damn album list? Okay, forget it. It's something advised or something. I just want the album list. Album list. It should just come right up on Google. Oh, here it is. No. We Want Easy. That's my shit too, but that wasn't on the NWA album. I can't believe I'm taking all this time trying to find it. But it's driving me crazy. I have to find the name of this song before. Okay, here it is. Track listing. Straight Outta Compton, Fuck the Police. That was a good one. The whole album was just good. I mean, it's a classic rap album. Even though NWA was responsible for rap basically going downhill, that was a good ass album. So let me go back to the list. Fuck the Police, Gangsta Gangsta, If It Ain't Rough, Parental. That's what it was called. It was the last song on the first side of the tape, which shows how old I am, because it was a cassette tape. And that's what it's called. Parental discretion is advised. That was the last song on side A of that cassette tape. And that was me and my sister's favorite song. And then they had 8 Ball remix, something like that. Express Yourself, Compton. I said Dope Boy. I meant Dope Man. Compton's in the house. I Ain't the One. Dope Man, Quiet on the Set. Something to Dance to. But yeah, that was a classic. And then let's not forget about The Chronic, when Dr. Dre released The Chronic. Now, that was when I was a senior in high school. So I remember prom night. We're riding in the car. And me and my girlfriends, we're singing "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks." Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Y'all remember that shit? That album is a classic as well. Let Me Ride, yes. The Day the Niggas Took Over. What's the other one? Fuck with Dre Day. That album is, you know how you got some albums you could listen to from start to finish and not get annoyed? The Chronic was one of those albums. So you really got to give it up to Dr. Dre for that. Like he really like, as much as I'm not really a fan of Dr. Dre like that, that Chronic was the shit. And it helped to put Snoop Dogg on the map. Now, what came out first, The Chronic or Snoop Dogg's first album? All shit, Nas, Illmatic. That's another album you could just listen to from start to finish without getting annoyed. Yes, that Illmatic album. Classic. So The Chronic came out before Snoop Dogg's album. I think they came out the same year though. Yeah, so that's what I mean. The Chronic helped to really put Snoop Dogg out there. And both were good albums, but I like The Chronic better. What else? But back to the Wu-Tang situation, every time Wu-Tang would release a single album, like an album from one of the members, like the first one was Method Man. Wait a minute, was Method? See, I should know this. Goddamn, now my Wu-Tang trivia is being kind of rusty. Was it ODB's album first, or was it Method Man's first, the first solo? It was Tikal. Thank you, Ethereal. I knew you would know. So Tikal was released right after, Enter the 36 Chamber, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. I remember when Tikal came out, that changed my life. And then every subsequent album that they put out, the solos, it was like a holiday. The day that album would come out, it was like a holiday for me. And like it was like everything had to stop and you had to listen to that album and you would get blown away. This is why I fell in love with the RZA, because of the beats and his ingenuity. I was because I've always been heavily into music. Diego, you're asking me to show my feet. What is up with you men and these fetishes? The first dude had a fetish for forearms. No, he didn't. He just wanted to know if I had tattoos. But you got a foot fetish. What do you got in Pisces? What is your Neptune on? Yeah, RZA is Cancer, and I got Cancer in my 7th house. Hello. But what's up with men and these fetishes though? How come women don't have fetishes like men do? What's up with that? Let's talk about that real quick before I log off. I got 8 minutes. You know the RZA, Chris? I know him too, intimately. But let's go on. But um, how come women don't tend to have these fetishes like men? What's up with that? Oh, I love some Killer Priest. You already know that, Sag. You already know that's an album you can listen to from start to finish without getting annoyed. Siobhan, I know you got fetishes because you just all around 365 days, 7 day a week, 24-hour a day free. So what are some of the fetishes you have? And so we got a woman here that admits she got a fetish. What other women in here got fetishes? Nicki Minaj says she was born August 15th. I don't think I have a fetish. I can't think of anything. Ethereal said they do have fetishes. You lying. So what are some fetishes that women have? Do women like commonly have a foot fetish? I don't have a fetish for feet. I have kink. Like I have some kink about some kinky things that I like doing. But in terms of fetishes where a certain thing gets me off, that's not sexual, because that's really what a fetish is. Something that is non-sexual that you find sexually appealing or that gets you off sexually. Wu-Tang 4-part series on TV right now. Oops, gotta go. No, I'm just playing. So Mal D said, I do. I like men's feet and their V-line and bodies. But is that a fetish though? Because, okay, so the feet part, because the feet are not sexual. But if you're talking about that V-line is sexual. Lasha said, every time my toes are out with the pedicure polish, it's a freak lurking. Oh, yeah. They be looking at those feet. Siobhan, oh my God, stop. I kind of like that too. I ain't gonna lie, Siobhan. Does that mean I have a fetish for that? Is that what that is? Would that qualify as a fetish? I don't even want to. I don't even want to repeat what you said. But damn it, you got me. I like holding it even when they're doing that because oh man, you know what? That's probably my Virgo in the eighth house, squeezing out the last drits. I even like hearing the sound of it hitting the toilet. Okay, let me clear. I'm not talking about shit. I'm talking about piss. A man's piss hitting the toilet. Why? Because it sounds manly. That's why I like it. So, like, you know when a man is taking a piss versus a woman, because a woman be all like, and a man be like, you be like, oh shit. Yes, I'm edgy. I'm as edgy as they come. I'm talking about Virgo in my eighth house, honey. Is that a fetish? God damn, I got a fetish. Actually, hearing women pee is so annoying to me, but let a man be peeing when I'm in close proximity, I'm like, oh, that's music to my ears. I guess because I love men so much. And I don't want y'all to think any incestual things, but maybe it also goes back to growing up with my father. And I got divorced. I got divorced. My parents got divorced when I was 10. And I took it very hard, the fact that I could no longer live with my father. So maybe that's why I like hearing that sound now. Hey, my bills be paid. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, you're at work. Oh, nice. But yeah, maybe that's why I like to hear the sound of that, because it makes me think about my father being in the house. Ham said, I'll pee in the corner for you. I don't like the smell of pee, though. Don't get me wrong. I don't like that smell. That smell is horrible, reprehensible. I love manly men that can fix shit around the house. Oh my God, I go crazy. Hell yeah, I like that shit too. I like seeing a man be useful. Ethereal said it's the idea of the genitals. Hearing them is the only acknowledgement of them if no one talks about them. True, true. Gift from Virgo said men who clean or neat freaks make me want to fuck on him all the time. Let me see. Ham said Whoopi Goldberg. What about Whoopi Goldberg? What's up with her? Women with masculine signs in the Holy Trinity, Sun, Moon, Ascendant tend to be more partial to men. Men are alkaline. I love hardworking men. Don't we all tall and slim? You like them tall, slim one? You like the string bean kind, or you like you like that strong, skinny? Because I like to call like that basketball player frame where they're thin. I like to call that the strong, skinny. But then, you also got just the plain old skinny dude where he ain't nothing but dick, like I was talking about earlier. How my daughter showed me this picture of this young boy, and this motherfucker was hung like a fucking elephant. And I was like, what the hell? And he was just nothing. He was all dick, all dick, all day. I was like, God damn, I would even want that. So he's a strong, skinny. Maldives said, me too, the ones who can handle a hammer and nail piss me off. I like the strong silent type, strong Adam's apple, strong piercing eyes. Mercy. Football player for me. What about the fat and the short? You better have a lot of money, baby, with the fat and the short, just to make sure that bank account is looking right. That's all I'm saying. Chris is saying, why am I always seeing 11 something when I look at the clock? That's like a wake up call. Rendezvous says strong, skinny with a big dick. Oh, I got 2 minutes left. I'm trying to be disciplined, y'all. So I got less than 2 minutes before I gotta log off. I don't know if my daughter is asleep, because like I have her, she's gonna shut shit down if she's awake, because she is keeping track of the time. Nipsey was strong, skinny. Yeah, he had that strong, skinny look. Yup. So Maldi said, I like tall, athletic, but not strong, skinny, but athletic, not too much, but nice bootay. legs, calves, hand, slim, thick, nom. You know what? I do like a man with a nice ass. And it don't have to be big. You know, some women like the men that got them big fat donkey asses. I don't need all that. But that ass where it just like it's, you know, you can see it through their sweatpants. So that's you like Jamaican men are players. Well, that reminds me of when I was a teenager and I was seeing this dude named Mikey, but he was Jamaican, so I call him Jamaican Mikey. Man, he did me like 7 ways to Sunday. I mean, just all over the damn hotel room. It was just, mm. Anyway, them Jamaicans, they just got that stroke, man. Hey, Jason, how you doing? And he was a good looking Jamaican too. Hey, House of Lemuria, how you doing? Sag said TMI. Yeah, well, if you went on one of my live streams, it is going to be some TMI at times. It really is. All right. Before, oh damn, it's 2 hours. I was about to get into something else because y'all be getting me all like amped. I was about to start with something else, and this could have went on for a whole hour. But let me stop. Let me sign off. I'm gonna throw my website up there once again, and again, just to reiterate, this is the last month to order a written natal chart report from me, at least for the next couple of months, because my workload is getting to the point where it's getting to be too much. Look at my hair. I look like Ramona Africa. Y'all remember that move? Remember that? This was in Philly though. Y'all might not remember. Anyway, oh yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna have to put a freeze on the written natal report. Either I'm gonna have to put a freeze on them or just raise the goddamn prices. But it's taking up too much time. So in place of the written ones, if you still want, you still got the rest of the month to order a written one if you want one. But if you need a natal chart reading from thereafter, it's going to be either video or by phone because I just don't have the time anymore to be writing out a whole long natal chart report. And my natal chart reports are extensive. They are long, they are thorough, and I'm not the type to skimp on quality. So I'm not the, and you know, I had a couple of people telling me, oh, well, you should just do this, or like you don't have to do that much work. And I'm like, no, I'm about integrity. So if I feel like I can't give you the level of quality because of the time, then I'm just gonna have to create some type of solution. My bills be paid said leave the big donkey booty to the ladies. Yeah, exactly. I can't do it. Not that big donkey booty. Like if your booty is jiggling more than mine, that's a problem. Now, Chris, I just put down my website. So if you want a phone reading, you could just go to my website, click order a reading up at the top, and I'll be at your service. And I will be start rolling out. Oh, thank you. My bills be paid. I will start rolling out the free read, some more of the free readings starting tomorrow, God willing, and then we'll just go from there and stay tuned, look out. Oh, thank you, Sag, thank you so much, that means so much coming from you. um don't forget, wait a minute, what was I gonna see? Sag made me forget because he got my he's stroking my ego right now. But what was I thinking, what was I about to say? Oh, stay tuned for my special called The Astrology of Fat. I'm telling y'all now so that I will commit to doing it, because I think that's something that a lot of people would appreciate. You know, either you're fat yourself or you're overweight or you might have somebody in your family that's fat. So I'm going to tell you some of the things to look out for. Or you might have a little kid, and if you want to know if they're going to have weight problems, love you too, Gift from Virgo. If you want to know if they're going to be going through some weight problems, you can look at their chart from what I tell you and see if they're going to end up becoming a fat ass. No, let me stop. You know I gotta put some humor into it. I'm not here to bash fat people. I've had weight problems my damn self. But thank you. My bills be paid. But yeah, so stay tuned for the astrology of fat. It's going to be a good one, and it's going to help to really, because a lot of times fat people or people who are overweight, people who are obese, they're looked down upon. And they're looked at as, oh, this person doesn't have any self control. This person is just some, they eat all the time. Well, you know what? That's not always the reason why people are big. Some people are just big genetically. It just runs in their family. Other people have thyroid conditions. There's always a reason behind why someone is big, why someone is carrying excess weight. And your chart will definitely show why. So yeah, just because somebody is fat doesn't mean that they're not in control or whatever. Sometimes it's just a matter of what's in their goddamn chart. I mean, it's always about what's in their chart. So some people are just naturally predisposed. Just okay, case in point. And before I just gotta leave this point out there before I go. I was watching this video and it was this Taurus. And he was bragging about his credit score, right? And he was like, "Oh, my credit score is like above 800." What's the top credit score you could get? What's the highest? Here's another one that wants to see my feet. Here you go with all the freaking foot fetish dudes up in here. What's the highest credit score you can get? Anybody know? Is it 850? I don't think it goes to 900. But anyway, yeah, it's 8 something. So anyway, he's on his YouTube video talking about, yeah, and I knew he was a Taurus because he told me in another video that he was a Taurus. He was like, yeah, my credit score is 8 something. My wife's is 850. And my first thought was, I don't know why you're bragging because you're a Taurus. I expect you to have good credit. If you're a Taurus with bad credit, that's a freaking problem. The reason why I'm saying that is because tourists are just set up to do well with money if they do the right thing. So the fact that you got a tourist bragging about their credit score, I'm not impressed. What would impress me is a Leo or a Sagittarius, or perhaps, maybe a Pisces talking about they got an 850 credit score. Then I'm going to be impressed, because those signs tend to have a problem with managing money, spending money, all that type of stuff. But Taurus, I'm like, you got a high credit score, and so what? I'm like, that should be natural with you. Just like, a Scorpio, if they be like, I'm good in bed, I'm like, so what? You're a Scorpio. That should come with the territory. I'm not impressed. Like, but that's what I mean. So when people act, well, hey Gary, how you doing? So people sometimes need to get over themselves, because a lot, everything, the good and the bad, deals with what's in your chart. Oh, that's my daughter. She's saying, cut it. She's like, she giving me this. I gotta go, y'all. So peace and many blessings. If you would like a reading, go to my website at rabina.com. I'll put it up there right again. Again, this is the last month to get the written natal chart report, at least for the next couple of months. But you'll still be able to get the phone or the video natal reading. And I'm also going to offer a mini video natal reading for those who feel like my long video natal reading is too costly. So I always try to make things affordable for people. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Peace and many blessings. I will see you soon. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your Taurus season.